It's so good to be here. I'm just going to take a few moments. My name is Cecilia. I am friends with Norvilia. I love her from the bottom of my heart. And I've learned to love Tim as well. I just want to say that she has a wonderful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous heart. She's one of the bravest person I know. We met at the Human Center at Queens College for daily mass. She was doing the 33-day consecration. Her feast day was St. Therese. My feast day is Faustina. So we found out that we had so many things in common. Then we found out we had the same birthday. Right? We spent many birthdays together, blowing candles together. We lived together for many years. Then when the time came for Norvilia, we started cracking up nonsense jokes when she went away to the convent. So all those nonsense jokes and just evenings in the house, just laughing together. We both laugh very loud. So that's something in common that we have as well. And throughout her different journeys, this is what I want to leave you with. Sometimes we're afraid to see our own values. Sometimes we're afraid to see how much we need to be loved. And we have a hard time allowing ourselves to be loved. Norvilia is a person that shows up for love. She shows up. When the Lord called her, she showed up. She was ready to be loved and embraced and give her life for what she believed the Lord wanted her to do. And I admire and respect you so much for that, Norvilia. Then when things changed, she showed up to life. She was never afraid. She took a job again after she had given up everything, sold her car and got rid of last pair of socks. She started over again. And I looked at her and I saw bravery. And I saw this intense desire to live, to be loved, to be somebody's darling. And she wanted that and she dreamed of that. And we dreamed of it together so many times, and then Timothy showed up. And she showed up again. She was ready for the next step. And I cherish you, my friend. I love you so much, like a sister, even more. And Tim, you're a blessed man. And I know that you guys are meant for each other, because the way you both love Jesus, that's what's going to keep you together. So in days when you can't really see each other or love each other as today, just remember that. It's not just the two of you. There's three of you. All right? Love you guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Claudine. I am Norvilia's maid of honor. I had the privilege of meeting Norvilia when we were both young teenagers in high school. And as I'm standing here right now, I still can't believe that Norvilia is this beautiful, amazing young woman that she is today. My fondest memory of Norvilia actually happened when she was in college, when she met Cecilia. As many of you all know, Norvilia is an avid pro-life supporter. And when I first found out I was pregnant, I called Norvilia, and I remember I was so scared and I was so nervous, and Norvilia loved me and she loved my unborn child the same way that Cecilia just explained to all of you. She yelled at me on the phone, actually. She told me, "I need you to stop talking to your friends at NYU about this." She's like, "I'm going to come pick you up right now. Yeah! She got there, she must have sped all the way from Brewster to New York City because she was there in like 45 minutes. And from that day, Norvilia just continued to show me how important it is to allow yourself to be led by God. And Norvilia, right now, as you're about to embark on your marriage with Tim, I pray that you will continue to share the word of the Lord with him every single day. That you guys never forget to pray together. That you continue to share all the love and all the happiness that you share with us. And Tim, you're not only such a blessed man, but you are perhaps one of the luckiest people I've ever met in my life. Because when Norvilia told me about you, I was like, who's this guy? I was like, where is he coming from? But I learned to not doubt her earlier on in our friendship, so I knew you must have been an amazing guy. And now that I've had an opportunity to meet you, Tim, I can tell you from the very bottom of my heart that I have never seen Norvilia smile as bright or be as happy as she is when she's with you. And so I pray that you all have many, many more happy years. And more importantly, don't forget that Christian needs a cousin.
So when Tim asked me to be his best man, I must admit, shamefully, my first thought was, oh no, I'm gonna have to make a speech, aren't I? So I started thinking, what do I say about Tim? What do I say about Timothy Joseph Kane? And three things came to my mind. First, Tim is a man of great faith. He is one of the most devout Catholics that I know, and this is coming from a guy who has a priest and a nun in his family. Second, Tim has very sound judgment. I can go to him, I know I can go to him whenever I need advice on something. I don't think he realizes how much I've relied on his advice these past 3 years, whether it's with my relationships, or my work, or my Pokemon. And thirdly, and this one actually threw me for a loop when I realized it, I think Tim might secretly be a people person. Hear me out. When Timothy was moving his brother into UMBC, into college, this random girl comes up and gives him a hug. And to his credit, he did not freak out, he did not run away, he in fact became friends with this girl, joined clubs with this girl, I just spilled some drink. Became friends with this girl's little brother, was roommates with this girl and her little brother, and then eventually asked that little brother to be his best man, and here I am. And I started thinking about everyone I've met through Tim, which includes most of the lovely people at this table right here. I don't think there's a single person I have met through Tim that I've not liked. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's a single person I've met through Tim that I've not absolutely loved. So I think Tim, secretly, despite being one of the biggest introverts I know, is secretly a people person. And that's how I knew that Norvilia was going to be a good person. I know Tim is a man of sound judgment. That's how I know that marrying Norvilia was going to be a good idea. And I know that Tim is a man of strong faith, so that's how I know this marriage is going to last you guys a lifetime. Congratulations, and God bless you both. Okay, before I put the microphone down, I said to all the groomsmen before that as long as Tim and Norvilia get married in a Catholic church and nobody dies, this will have been a successful day. So did anyone die? Not yet. I did. You died? Okay. Fair. It was a successful day.
That's okay.
And so now we're going to be passing the microphone over. We have some of Norvilia's family, her godmother, as well as her aunt who would like to say some special words.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Melcina Preston Octavia, which she calls me Auntie. And it is such an honor to be here to represent my lovely, delightful niece. I've known Norvilia from since she was conceived in the womb. I lived in New York for numerous years and stuff, but her mom called to let me know the news that she was pregnant. And since then, I've interceded and provided. And I was there for every call, I was there for every diaper, and her mom decided to make me godmother. I went to St. Lucia and sponsored her and, you know, bought her all the lovely dresses that my sister would often send to me. And, you know, she eventually, you know, I sponsored her, you know, along with my mom to come to the United States. And I remember there was a time my sister forgot to send the papers in, and I said to her, I'm not filing for you, but because of her and her brother, I wanted to come for the opportunity that is in the US. And I resent the paper, and I was like so delighted when she finally got through. And she came here, and the journey didn't stop, but it continued. Let me tell you, team, I'm not saying that because she's my niece, because anybody who knows me on that team, I'm very honest. You have one of the most trained, delightful person, jolly, well-mannered. When I look at her, sometimes I smile and I said, oh my gosh, she is such a blessing. She's intelligent, savvy, she sticks to her guns sometimes, even against auntie. And I have to say, I'm the auntie. She's like, well, auntie, I know, but I beg to be for her. Praise, but very respectfully. She has never, ever disrespected me, not a day in her life. And if she can't say anything good, I was just thinking, I'm like, has she ever spoken any ill about anyone? And I know she has been through tumultuous challenges, I can tell you. Okay, I won't go through all the details, but I watch her smile. And I watch her soar like the eagle. And she overcomes. And she calls me for the next challenge. Auntie, I'm getting this apartment, you know, for school, and they won't give it to me because, you know, I have no credit. And I'm like, Auntie, you'll intercede. I call her later, I say, put the list in my name. I'll be responsible, I'll pay, you know. And she just soars, and she goes, I said, all you have to do is make me proud. And she is a delight. She has made me so proud. When she called, and she said, Auntie, I'm getting married. I said, you're getting married? What a lucky man! Because I knew she was good, and the person who found her. The Bible said, he who findeth a wife finds a good thing. You have found a good thing in her. I believe she'll bring you balance. I believe she'll bring you joy, because she was well trained to do that. And when she eventually graduated, I said, listen, you have made me so proud that I have to do something. I took her to the first cruise to the Bahamas, and that was her gift for graduation. So I pray the Lord's blessing upon your lives. I believe this union, praise God, was meant to be. When I showed your picture to a friend of mine, I was like, does he look Jewish? And it is so amazing. My friend looked at me, and she said, no, he looks Catholic. Said somebody looks Catholic. I was so find out. He was so right. He is Catholic. Yeah, she said, no, he looks Catholic. I've never heard him. He said, he looks Catholic in my life. You know, so there's something about you that grows your faith, you know, exuberates and stuff, and we thank God for that. So the Lord bless you. I'm a clergy myself, and Norvilia has attended many of my services. I dragged her along to service with me, but guess what? When she was getting to be married, she said, Auntie, I'm a Catholic. I'm a born Catholic, and I'll die a Catholic. And I said, I'm not trying to convert you, honey. All I want you to do is to live for the Lord. May the life that you guys live speak for you. You have been an example to many young people. I was so proud to watch on Fox News. I'm sending this thing all over. My niece is on Fox News. I knew you were born to create a grand legacy. How huge it was, I didn't know. But you have a huge heart, a right heart, and I believe you will extend it to many. May the Lord bless you both. It's a pleasure. It's a delight meeting you. I was anticipating our meeting, and I think it's been very pleasurable. So you and the family, always welcome. We live in Atlanta. So if any of you are visiting, she'll give you my address. Say hello. And you are welcome. Most welcome. Everyone here.
evening. My name is Lucienne, the bride's cousin. I want to say to you, Norvilia, that I'm very honored and happy to be here this evening. On behalf of the 18th family, your grandma encouraged me to be here today. Okay, she said, oh, Norvilia is getting married and oh no, the family on the father's side is not going to be here. She made me feel guilty, so I have to be here. So I want to say to you both, on behalf of the 18th family, I want to congratulate you guys on, a wonderful marriage. I had a great time watching you both tie the knots and become one. So I want you to continue this love that I experienced this evening, especially at the ceremony. I wish you both long love, happiness, success throughout the years ahead. And just keep the communication going, put each other first, okay? Listen to each other. You guys, the decision when you guys have to make the last decision between the two of you, whatever it is that is going on between the two of you. Okay? That's your choice. Do not let any kind of influence get in the middle of your life. Okay? And congratulations again. Diana, mom, said to tell you that she's very happy for you today and that she wished she could have been here, but you know, circumstances she couldn't be here today. So congratulations, and Timothy, welcome to the 18th family. Congratulations. Love you guys.
Sorry, I thought I was done, but I wanted to say one last thing. Throughout this experience, from when I first met Tim and heard about Norvilia and his relationship, she almost immediately started talking to me about all of the amazing people who helped build them up. And I wanted to give a special shout out to the Kane family, Mrs. Kane, Mr. Kane, Mary Kane, and all of her amazing friends over here, as some of them are scattered around all over here. I know, during these times, it's sad to say, but it's not as common to see people this devout to their faith and who still want to be happily married. And when I met Miss Kane and Mr. Kane, I thought to myself, this is why Tim is so awesome. And whenever I hear Norvilia talk about not just all of her bridesmaids who are here, but you all, when I heard her call Mr. King Dad this morning, it just made me think, like, I don't care if I lived all the way in like Waikiki, I would know that Norvilia would be so loved here. And that everybody who's here in this room, I'm sure most of you probably haven't known her for less than a year, but you traveled from God knows how far away just so you could be here to celebrate the love that we all got to witness today. So I want to say thank you to every single person that's here today, because this is a memory that will not only stick with every single one of us for a long time, but for those of us who are not married yet, this is such an inspirational thing to see. And I pray, I really do pray, that we will get to see many, many more weddings, and that there will be millions more pro-life people just like you guys, who will be even more of an inspiration for others. So thank you, everyone.